Hey, this is Tracy Smothers, the wild-eyed Southern boy, and if you don't watch Sudden Impact, everybody dies.
This week on Sudden Impact, we have three matches for you. You're not going to believe it. One with Gavin Alexander and Corey Andrews, the Asylum, Moondog Pongo, and an unknown partner to be seen later. Robbie McCann and the Apocalypse. Stay tuned. It's all coming right up.
Chuck Diamond here with JL at the School of Smothers in Lincoln, Illinois. We have a match to bring you for one fall. Type 1, Corey Andrews, to go one-on-one with Gavin Alexander.
You know, Corey is outweighed by a good solid 100 pounds here. Gavin Alexander is a huge guy. He's definitely got the weight advantage on this one, Chuck.
Well, Corey Andrews definitely the advantage in speed, and they tie up, jockeying for position. Corey takes him into an arm wringer. Gavin Alexander wincing in pain to start off the match.
He's out wrestling him. There's no doubt about it. But like I said, you know, the weight disadvantage for Corey is tremendous, and I think he's going to have a lot to overcome.
Well, Corey Andrews, he's an up-and-comer in the world of professional wrestling here at the School of Smothers as he cinches on a headlock to Gavin Alexander. Gavin breaks out of the headlock into an arm wringer of his own.
Well, you look at Gavin here. It doesn't look like he's taking this too seriously right now. He's kind of playing with him, and you know the size advantage is going to play in here. You know he can toy with him a little bit and wear him down.
Well, Gavin Alexander, as you alluded to, certainly has the size advantage. Has been around the sport for a while. Corey Andrews just starting, but he has shown a lot of progress in a very short time here in Midwest Impact Pro as Gavin takes Corey down by the arm.
And he flipped him right over onto the mat. Now he's got to kind of watch out here. He can get counted out of the pin if he's not careful.
Well, Corey Andrews kipped up, but Gavin took him right back down. Gavin Alexander showing that power advantage, that size advantage that he has over one Corey Andrews, and stomps on the elbow.
Oh, he could have broke something there. That really would have just tore it all apart. You know, there's a lot of ligaments in there, really soft. It can really mess you up for life.
Gavin Alexander going to work on that left arm of Corey Andrews, not relenting whatsoever.
Yeah, and you can just see, I don't know, he's oh, now, uh-oh, we've got a little bit of a distraction here. He needs to concentrate on Corey. He needs to turn around. He's in trouble now. I don't see this ending well, Chuck.
Gavin Alexander wasting too much time jaw-jacking with referee Matt Hansen. Corey Andrews with a tilt-the-world head scissors. Didn't get all of them that he wanted, but took Gavin Alexander down nonetheless, and a 2 count.
He rolled him like a barrel, Chuck. I can't believe that. You had to think that weight advantage would put him at a disadvantage, even getting him on his back.
Yes, indeed. And Gavin Alexander with the single-arm DDT on the left arm of Corey Andrews.
He's really taken advantage of that injury early on, Chuck. I think this might put a damper on his future career here. I'm not sure. I mean, he could really mess this kid up for life.
Gavin Alexander dominating this one-on-one contest thus far here. Working over, it looks like, both arms of Corey Andrews right now as we speak, but most specifically, that left arm.
You know, I'm looking at this, and he's just turning this kid into a pretzel. There's just nothing to it there, Chuck. He's turning him into a pretzel. Do I think he's going to win? Yeah, I think so. The size advantage is definitely going to put him over.
Gavin Alexander with the knee to the left arm.
And it's not getting any better for him. It just keeps on going. More and more punishment to that arm. He's gonna ruin him for life if he's not careful. But maybe that's what he's going for.
Referee Matt Hampson needs to get in here and he's making the count on Gavin Alexander right now, forces him. Oh, he kicked the left arm as it was tangled across the top rope. Gavin Alexander showing some aggression here tonight.
That's the oldest trick in the book, Chuck. I've done that hundreds of times.
Shades of the great Anderson family, but Corey Andrews with a foot to the face as Gavin Alexander charges. What are we going to get here? attempt at a tornado DDT, duck the clothesline, a kick right to the gut. Corey Andrews back up to the bottom rope, and a tornado DDT plants Gavin Alexander, shoots the half, and we have a 2 count.
Yeah, it could have been very close there, Chuck. I wasn't too sure. I'm not sure where this kid's getting it from. I really thought he was battered and bruised and wasn't going to be able to get up and do anything.
Corey Andrews, with all the potential in the world, suffered a bit of bad luck recently, getting his head shaved thanks to the Smothers family, as Gavin Alexander goes right back to the left arm of Corey Andrews.
You know, it's a weak point here, Chuck. He's got to work the weak points. If you don't work the weak points, you're not going to win the match. It's simple wrestling 101. This sport demands that you put the guy out of commission.
You take apart the body systematically, one by one. Gavin Alexander working over that arm some more, but Corey Andrews grabs the ropes. Gavin Alexander forced to break by referee Matt Hampson.
And you know my philosophy. If you can't do it honestly, cheat.
Nonetheless, I'm going to ignore that comment you just made. I'm going to keep my cool, and I'm going to do my job as Gavin Alexander hits Corey Andrews with an elbow in the corner, and another, or was that more of a European uppercut?
Look like a European from here, but, you know, who can tell? Maybe hit him with brass knuckles. That'd be fun.
He has Corey Andrews seated in the corner. What is Gavin Alexander looking to do here? Tumbleweed!
That is more like a tumble stump. That guy is huge.
Gavin Alexander showing that agility that he is also known for. Man, he just squashed Corey Andrews.
He's tearing him apart. Oh, his arm is underneath the rope. Hampson will not count the 3.
That was a cardinal mistake by Gavin Alexander.
You know, he should have thought that through a little better. You know, ring awareness. You got to be aware of where you are in that ring when you pin, because it's just too easy for your opponent to grab that rope, or in this case, be underneath of it.
Well, Gavin Alexander missed with the avalanche splash in the corner. Corey Andrews trying to come back here. Knee in the corner to Gavin Alexander. Hits the ropes. Flying forearm on Gavin Alexander. Gavin goes down. Corey Andrews now at an advantage.
Oh, man. I can't believe he come back. Uh-oh. It's Tracy Smothers. Oh, boy. Tracy's coming out, and he's doing what he does best, distracting and seeing that the other guy wins.
The man that's responsible for Corey Andrews having his head shake, but Gavin Alexander is back up. The Hammer of England right there on Corey Andrews. Nobody gets up from this, and a 3 count. Gavin Alexander takes advantage of the distraction by the wild-eyed Southern boy.
What a great match. Can't believe it. Our next match is going to be the Asylum versus Moondog Pongo and an unknown partner. You didn't have anything to do with this, did you?
No.
Okay, let's take a look.
Chuck Diamond back here with JL. We have what is supposed to be a tag team matchup. Moondog Pongo and a mystery partner are supposed to take on the Asylum, but as you can see, there is nobody out there with Moondog Pongo as the Maniac and the Strangler are going to work on Moondog Pongo.
These guys are just going to destroy Moondog Pongo. I mean, his partner didn't even have the courage to show up.
Moondog Pongo, very rough and tough, but even only he can take so much punishment at the hands of the former Midwest Impact Pro Tag Team Champions, the Asylum.
Oh man, they're really working him over. I mean, I don't know. This is not going to end well for him, I'm afraid. I mean, they are really decimating him.
Well, right now, Moondog Pongo being choked in the corner, and the Strangler has him raking his face across the top rope, rams his head into the turnbuckle. He is going for an Irish whip here. Moondog hits that corner. A right hand by the Strangler, James Pinkerton, tags out to the Maniac, Scott Matthews.
And I would tell you he's at a disadvantage here because he's in the opponent's corner, but I don't think it matters at this point, Chuck.
Indeed it doesn't. I do not know where this mystery partner is. Wait a minute! Moondog Pongo fighting back on the Asylum forearms. A double chop. A thrust to the throat to the Maniac Scott Matthews. And what does he set up? Headbutt to the Maniac. Double chop to Pinkerton. A thrust to the throat. And now a headbutt perhaps. Yes! He's got the Asylum reeling!
You know, Chuck, I fought this guy many a time, as you know. I think he cheats.
Well, he carries that bone to ringside with him as an equalizer. Moondog Pongo getting fired up. But how much more does he have to give? How much more can he take? There is a numbers game here. Clothesline to the Strangler James Pinkerton. And another! Pinkerton will not go down, and oh, he takes Moondog Pongo down with a clothesline of his own, and a 2 count.
Oh, Pongo loses. I don't like this guy at all.
Well, speak for yourself on that regard, as the Strangler James Pinkerton takes Moondog Pongo back to the corner and tags out to the Maniac Scott Matthews as they use the numbers game to their advantage, and he's choking him in the corner!
Well, this is good solid strategy here, Chuck. Just beat him down, beat him down, beat him down. They're guaranteed to win, and I'm glad.
I do not care what your issue is with this man. I do not care, alright? I'm going to make that very clear right now.
I've had many an issue with this guy. You'll see. There's things coming. There's going to be some things coming down the pike that you're going to realize that I am the true hero, not Pongo, and I hope he loses.
Well, Moondog Pongo fighting back on the Maniac Scott Matthews with some forearms. He has some of the best forearms in the business today. He hits the ropes and he runs him over with the shoulder tackle.
It doesn't take much force to knock him down when you're that size. I mean, look at the Maniac. He's huge.
Maniac Scott Matthews rams Moondog Pongo's head into the turnbuckle. He is working him over in the corner. A punch right to the breadbasket.
Oh, this is not going to end well for him. And I'm glad.
He just bit Moondog Pongo!
That's okay.
Are you kidding me? That's okay! That's illegal!
Well, maybe. I don't know. But it's Moondog Pongo. He can't feel it.
Moondog Pongo reeling at the beating he's taken at the hands of the Maniac Scott Matthews. And what is he? Is he choking him in the ropes?
He's getting what he deserves. I really have no compassion at all for this man.
Moondog Pongo, you're going to get yours one day, I'm sure.
No, that's never going to happen. Let's just leave it lay there, Chuck.
In any event, the Strangler, James Pinkerton, was choking Moondog Pongo yet again as he gets him back up to a vertical headbutt to Moondog Pongo. Moondog Pongo goes down. The fans really love this man, though.
They're treating him like a toy. Ooh.
Moondog Pongo fighting back yet again. He has a lot of fight in him. More forearms as Moondog Pongo hits the ropes. And, Pinkerton has him up. Sidewalk slam. And 1, 2, and Pongo kicks out.
What's this, Chuck?
What's with the music playing? We do not know. Who is this supposed to be?
I don't know, Chuck. This is kind of an amazing thing going on here right now. I can feel the tension in the room.
Well, the Asylum right now, they are distracted, but they are still putting the boots to Moondog Pongo. He's been fighting with all his heart in this matchup, but the numbers game is only there's only so much you can take. I'm upset!
I can tell.
But where is this tag team partner at as we hear the music? I mean, who does Moondog Pongo have?
He hasn't got anybody. I think it's a distraction.
Well, the Asylum continuing to put the boots yet again to move. And when it's Dirty Harry Smothers! Wait just 1 second. A boot to the gut of the Maniac Scott Matthews. And an acid drop!
I don't think Pinkerton Pinkerton can believe what's going on here.
Pinkerton goes after him, another foot to the gut. He walks up, acid drop to the Strangler, James Pinkerton in the cover. 1, 2, 3.
What? What? I can't believe this. How did he win? How did they win?
Moondog Pongo and Dirty Harry Smothers victorious in this tag team. It's an official tag team contest.
I think he threw some salt in his face or something. Something isn't right about this.
You are blind and you know it.
No, let's go back to the studio. I still disagree with you, Chuck.
Victorious Moondog Pongo and Dirty Harry. Learn to live with it.
So you had a lot to do with that.
Maybe I did.
Yeah, I see how it went down. Okay, well, Dirty Harry comes and saves the day, I suppose. Whatever. Next up, it looks like we've got Robbie McCann versus the Apocalypse. I bet this is for the belt. Let's take a look and find out, huh?
Chuck Diamond here with JL at the School of Smothers. We have a title match scheduled for one fall. The Sudden Impact TV title on the line. The defending champion, the Apocalypse, in his very first title defense, defending against Robbie McCann as they slug it out here, but Apocalypse getting the better end of that slugfest.
They didn't even wait for you to tell who was who. They just went right at him. Look at him, he's going crazy.
They were ready indeed. The Apocalypse now with the shoulder tackle to the gut of Robbie McCann in the corner.
Oh man, you know, I'm a real big fan of Robbie. I forgot to tell you about that. I've even got his autograph. I got it the other day when I was at ringside with him. It's great.
Some fanboy you are, JL, as Robbie McCann goes to the outside of the ring. Tracy Smothers outside the ring. And we got Amp.
Oh man, this guy is spooky. What is he? Is he a ghost? Is he a lost spirit? Is he a stolen soul? I'm not sure, but he is scary as all get out.
And Apocalypse with a Pescado onto Robbie McCann, the slingshot cross body block outside of the ring here at the School of Smothers.
You know, I think he put him in an unfair advantage by sending his soul or scary goon or whatever he is out there after Robbie. I think he should be banished from ringside.
Well, Apocalypse here. Apocalypse, the very first Sudden Impact television champion with the advantage on Robbie McCann. Robbie McCann is begging off.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I got a chance to talk to Apocalypse. What a scary dude, right? But you can't doubt him because he showed his own skills here and becoming the Impact television champion. And look at Robbie McCann. Isn't he great?
Robbie McCann took Apocalypse down with the right hand, elbow drop, and a 2 count. It's going to take more than that to put away the Apocalypse.
If anybody can do it, it can be Robbie McCann. I'm telling you right now, this guy's tough.
Robbie McCann, former referee, he's won titles all over the region here in Central Illinois, choking Apocalypse on the second rope as the referee's making the count.
I call that using environmental advantage, Chuck.
He has the count to 5 to break the hold. Do you not realize that, Mr. JL?
I do. That's why I say it's perfectly legal. He counts to 5. If he counts to 5, he's obviously disqualified. Hey, you know what? It's okay because he still has the 4 seconds to choke the living daylights out of him.
Robbie McCann just choking Apocalypse yet again. Did you miss it?
Oh, yeah. I was extolling his virtues like I always do.
Robbie McCann with a headbutt, it looked like, to Apocalypse.
Oh, he's got him now.
He hooked the leg, but only got a 1 count.
He must not have had it in very tight. You know, maybe Robbie's just playing with him. He's great like that.
Rear chin lock applied by Robbie McCann, the muscle of the Smothers family. Self-proclaimed muscle. Will actually proclaim the muscle by the man himself, Tracy Smothers.
Did you ever see my Robbie McCann pendant? Look, I got a foam finger too.
JL, you are too much.
Hey, what? I like what I like. I can't help that.
Let's call the action here.
Oh, my bad.
Shoulder tackle. And another by Apocalypse to Robbie McCann. Robbie McCann is reeling. Apocalypse has a hold of Robbie McCann, and what is he going to do here? A body slam!
Oh, man. Robbie needs to get up. He needs to get up and just take care of business here. I know he's playing possum. There's no way he can be down.
Apocalypse with the knee right to the head of Robbie McCann. A cover hooks the leg in two. Robbie McCann showed a lot of resolve kicking out of that.
What is this guy? Is he Hell's Minion? Is he the Boogeyman? Is he the Grim Reaper? I don't know. He's scary. Robbie. Oh! Chin breaker.
Jawbreaker by the muscle. Robbie McCann signaling for something here. I mean, what?
I think he's going to put that iron claw on him, Chuck.
The Iron Claw made famous by the Von Erich family from years gone by. World Class Championship Wrestling. Wait just 1 minute.
How did he intercept him like that? There's no way. There's no way.
Apocalypse sends Robbie McCann to the ropes, ducks the clothesline. Robbie McCann is that a sleeper or
He's got a nice snug sleeper hold on him. It's lights out. It's nap time for Apocalypse.
I couldn't tell whether it was a sleeper or a choke, JL.
No. That's not a choke. Come on. It's perfectly legal.
Well, the referee with the arm of Apocalypse, it goes down twice, and wait just 1 second, it's up. The match will continue. Apocalypse staying alive in this TV title matchup here.
You think if I wave this foam finger around Chuck that he'll see it and it'll give him strength to come back?
I think Apocalypse can care less about your ends.
What? I think Robbie's great. I think he'd make a great television champion.
Well, more shoulder tackles. He went for a bear hug. Robbie McCann counters that, goes for the knee. He misses. And Apocalypse here. Wait a minute. Robbie McCann elbows Apocalypse. He was going for that flatliner. A kick to the gut. He's going for the pedigree, and he nails it.
Oh, he's going to win. He's going to win. I can see it already. Uh-oh. Here comes that spirit or ghoul or whatever he is. Somebody call the Ghostbusters.
Amp is out here to watch the back of Apocalypse because we have Tracy Smothers at ringside. Wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. Robbie goes a swing. And flatliner by Apocalypse. This has to be all she wrote. And it is. Apocalypse retains the Sudden Impact Television Championship in his very first title defense. Tracy Smothers beside himself, as is Robbie McCann.
I think he was robbed, Chuck. I think he was robbed. I don't think this is fair. I think it was completely ripped off.
Wait a minute, did Tracy Smothers hand Robbie McCann something? Wait, just one. Does he have a chain in his hand?
Oh, no. Not at all. Not at all.
Oh my God, and he was...
Get out of there, Robbie. Get out of there.
Amp was about to get his hands on Robbie McCann. Robbie McCann is lucky he got out of the ring.
You know, he deserves that title. I think he got robbed. Look at him. Look how great he looks with that title in his hand.
Robbie McCann did not win the Sudden Impact Television title, and you know it, JL.
I think he should have. How about the foam finger and the T-shirt and the headband and the shoes with his face on the side? I can't believe he didn't win.
The end result says otherwise, JL.
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I bought all this merchandise for nothing.
Cry me a river, JL, as Apocalypse stands tall with the Sudden Impact Television Championship after a hard-fought defense.
He'll win next time, I'm sure. They're bound to come back together and fight it out.
Well, nonetheless, here we go. Right back to the studio.
The Apocalypse, your winner again. This has been a great week. This has been JL with your co-host,
Dirty Harry Smothers.
and we'll see you next time for Sudden Impact.
Tennessee.